I'm starting a bit out of order with dates because I'm yet to fix up my shelf. I'm planning to actually have Blu-rays on one side, DVDs on another. That might be a video in the future. But for now, we have my Kurosawa collection, which is, of course, just after Kubrick. Check out my director's collection. Doesn't go for all of these because some of these are new, but it goes for a lot of them. This is the Yojimbo Sanjuro double feature. It is a double Blu-ray collection, slipcase, which I also showed off in my slipcase video. Has the regular outside, but does have that little design on the inside, which is very cute. And has both of those side to side, work pretty well. I am yet to watch these as they just recently came in the mail. But it's the same kind of deal on each one. You have your film, you have your booklet. They're both region A, both high definition transfers. Nothing, I wouldn't say anything overtly special, but at the same time we are talking about Criterion here, so it's like, you know, automatically special. My friend had suggested this one, so I wanted to get it because he's like, oh, they're really cool samurai ones, and he had like copies on his hard drive, but I'm like, Barnes & Noble has a big sale, so it's like, why not get them, you know? And they do come in a case, so that's really cool, you know? It's unique. We have Rashomon. Again, another one I'm yet to see. 88-minute long, regular digital restoration. Quite heavy, actually, because it's got a very, very thick booklet. One of the thickest I have, I think. I think, realistically, the thickest one I probably have is... Oh, might be the next one. It's hard to say. We'll get into that later. I'm jumping ahead. I'm jumping the goddamn shark here. I'm very sure it's a good film. I'm yet to see it. I've had other things on. But, there you go. Rashomon. Good. There you go. I know it might seem a bit weird. It's like I've had a lot of these films for a long time now and I haven't watched them yet. And I'm even open to saying it. Like, I haven't watched this film yet. I just know I haven't, and I'm sorry, and it sucks, but this is one I have watched, and holy shit, I thank God I watched it. Seven Samurai. This is another one of the first Criterions I ever got. This is when I found out that, you know, Kurosawa was a big dude. I think Dreams was the first one I actually got of his, and I watched it, and I really liked it, so I got this. This one is gorgeous. This is their second ever release, and it's one of the most popular. And it's so well detailed. It, of course, opens up. You got two different discs. One's the film, which is 3 hours long. One's the supplementary. You got, of course, your chapters on the back. I don't know how... I think the film is almost 3 hours. It does have a very thick booklet as well, which is very nicely detailed. This is what you would call a digipack. A thing I might make a video on in the future. I don't know. Digipacks are... really all about the special features, and given that most of my digipacks I will be showing off in like my slipcase video or in Criterion or Arrow video, that kind of seems to defeat the purpose of doing that outside of making another video. 207 minutes. It's about 3.5 hours, just shy of 3.5. But it is a beautiful film. This is a high definition transfer. It's a gorgeous film. I would definitely recommend it. I'm probably pretty certain that there is a Region B that you could get from like BFI or something, but can't go wrong with Criterion. Next up we have Throne of Blood, still in my Criterion Kurosawa collection. This is a 2K restoration. It's from 1957. Again, booklet, case, disc, good stuff. This is Dreams, Kurosawa's Dreams. This was one of my 4K restoration too. This is probably my first Criterion that I got of Kurosawa. It comes with this gorgeous booklet that goes into a lot of detail, like most of them do. I think this film's very underrated. It's not one of his biggest films or most popular. Pretty much his most popular ones, of course, are the samurai ones, but this one's just like, it's like 10 individual, is it 8? Okay, it's 8 vignettes. I actually did a review of this for class, and it was difficult to review it in like a 1,000 words because you have to define every single one of the short films. But it's very nice. It's very well done. I hate myself for this because it's the only Criterion I have from this director, and yes, he is my favourite director, but all the other films I have of his are just kind of regular versions. I plan to still get Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, Mulholland Drive, and Blue Velvet, all on Criterion eventually, but I already have them, including I have the missing pieces of Twin Peaks, so Fire Walk with Me is in that, and I haven't watched it on that version yet, because I've watched it in theatre and in class so many times in the past 2 years since I got it that I haven't needed to watch the Blu-ray of it. However, eventually I will get them for myself when I have too much money and I can just spend it on all the Criterions in the world. For now, though, we have my favourite Criterion, Eraserhead. Of course, there are some gorgeous Criterions that I own, and yes, Carnival of Souls is probably one of my favourite 4K remasters. However, this is a 4K remaster too. This is a different kind of 4K remaster though, because it's taking the best of the film, of course, and it is a digipack and looks gorgeous, and I love it. It's David Lynch's Eraserhead. Of course, it's his first theatrical film. It's my favourite of his films. It's hard to say, it depends on my mood. Sometimes my favourite of his film is Blue Velvet, sometimes it's Mulholland Drive, sometimes it's Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. I do love all the rest of his films, but yes. So this comes with, so you got this big open space of the bed, you got the guy in the window, you've got the weird hole, and you got this very thick booklet, which this is the thickest booklet I think I have for any of my Criterions. But I know why this is the thickest, and it kind of annoys me because it's almost irrelevant for me, because these are, outside of some behind-the-scenes stuff, most of this all comes from an interview he did with another guy, and I can't remember what it's called, but it has an excerpt, like the majority, a big portion of it, I'm very sure, yeah, a big portion of it is an excerpt from Lynch on Lynch, which I already own because I'm a big fan of David Lynch, so he's my favourite director, so of course I have that book. So the majority of that book in here is from that, so it sucks, but at the same time, pretty much everything you get, from what I've seen, a lot of the David Lynch remasters from Criterion have an excerpt about that film from Lynch on Lynch, which is still really cool, so that's nice. But if you already have Lynch on Lynch, you don't exactly need the supplementary material, but you can't be like, oh, I don't want the supplementary material, don't give it to me. It comes automatically. So, yeah, but this time it comes with pictures, more or less, but still, it's good stuff. And I love this film and this remaster. I still think my favourite 4K, though, is Carnival of Souls, because it just blew me away by how gorgeous it was, even though this still is incredibly gorgeous. And I should mention as well, that was the third of my first three Criterions, because of course I got that with, I was looking for Eraserhead, and I was looking for Houseu, and then I wanted to get the surrealist film, like Discreet Charm of Bourgeoisie, so I got, of course, Exterminating Angel, Houseu, and Eraserhead in one pack, I believe. It's been a long time. It's been like 2.5 years since I got them, and they're all fucking terrific. So this isn't exactly a David Lynch film, but it is in my David Lynch collection. It's called David Lynch, The Art Life, because it's a whole documentary about David Lynch. It goes for about 90 minutes. Who's it actually directed by? It doesn't really... A film by 3 different people. So, yeah, this is... just a director... It still is director approved. I think... This is what sucks. I'm very sure Eraserhead was director approved, but I didn't keep the sticker. But I do know that when I get the rest of his films, I will be keeping the sticker. But most of them come in these kind of cases, whereas Eraserhead, of course, didn't. This comes with a little booklet, which is really cute. An art painting that he did, David Lynch did. I like this film because it just goes into... It's just David Lynch pretty much talking about his life, not for you, not for me, but for his daughter. And that's really cool, like, because he doesn't talk about a lot of stuff. Like, you even look in Lynch on Lynch, he doesn't go into explanations about stuff. He just kind of talks about sometimes the making of, or this or that, or just fun little things. Like, he doesn't always explain everything, and that's kind of what I still love about it, and all of his work, because there's still an essence of mystery that he retains there, no matter how much a fan is like, well, this means this, and then this, and then this. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever, you know, like... your interpretation. He's not going to tell you what his interpretation is, and that's just what's so fun about it. So this is just him talking about information that I pretty much already knew from reading from reading books that he'd written about himself or whatever, like whether it be autobiographies or Lynch on Lynch or Room to Dream, as well as his latest book. I haven't read that one yet because it's like 600 pages. But this one's just a nice summation of all that kind of stuff. So if you want to watch a documentary on him, this is probably your best bet. And it's just literally him just talking in an audio booth for like an hour and a half. And then it just cuts to different shots of like maybe from production stills or him hanging out with his daughter or he's painting. And it's just fun. It's just like, cool, we're just chilling out with David Lynch for an hour and a half. Totally worth it. And of course, I very much love that David Lynch, that Criterion did it. I saw a Criterion here, I just saw one. Next up, we have Midnight Cowboy, which also got a fucking Region B version of the same Criterion like a month after this came out, which sucks. But this is the 4K remaster. Gorgeous film, really poppy with the colours, and I like that. Mildly depressing film. Nice booklet on the inside. Good film. Nice pickup. I very much enjoyed this. I believe The Graduate also has a Criterion, but I've already got like the 50th anniversary 4K remaster, so I'm pretty okay with that. This is in my slipcase video, the Night of the Living Dead Criterion. This is a 4K remaster from 1968. Of course, it's a digipack, much like a Razorhead is. It doesn't come with a booklet per se, but it does come with got this really nice spread, so that's quite nice. It comes with 2 discs. I don't know what the discs are. It's Region A. I haven't actually watched it yet. I've seen the film, of course, but it's not really a film you need to rewatch unless you're like big on horror to the point of rewatching a lot of the same films every Halloween. I've never been big on the film. I like it. This is the poster that it comes with, which is also an essay. It's definitely a poster I would hang up on the wall, but I don't really think I need to. It is a 4K remaster, so I'm most assured that it is absolutely gorgeous to look at. But for the most part, it's a good film, and I wanted to have it in my collection, and to see that it was A, 4K remaster, and B, Criterion, it kind of just fit together like, a glove in your hands. Just works out pretty well for me. It's not very relevant, but I very much would like to say that Day of the Dead is my favorite of the trilogy, with Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead. I finally saw Dawn of the Dead at the cinema last year. This year for me, so 2019. Very weird that they actually was able to finally release it in theaters. Still waiting for the 4K to come out for it, but fun. I definitely prefer Day of the Dead though. And then for a film that isn't so bouncy, zombie fun time, 1984. This is the recent remaster by Criterion for, of course, this one had controversy. They were going to release it a lot earlier, but of course they didn't because, what's that? Please tell me you can fucking see that. Come on, zoom in, focus. There you go. Look at that. Did you notice that? Did you notice? It's number 984. That's the thing. Fans got annoyed by that. They were like, dude, release it on number 984. So they delayed the release for this reason. I'm very sure at least. But I know that some things have had cover problems. This one, it was because they wanted it to be number 984. It's a 4K remaster. Gorgeous. Comes with 2 scores, one by the Arithmetics, the one that was actually shown in theaters, and then the one that was actually done by composer Dominic Muldowney. That was what the director wanted. He was like, I think they were going to get an Oscar for the film or something, so it comes with a cool booklet as well that goes into detail of the production with a nice background thing. I just remember reading about it, and because I was going to get just a $10 version or a Blu-ray, but then because they were the director was saying how he was not going to be proud about the film until they actually release it with the score that he had made for it instead of the one that the Arithmetics made for it that they forced into the film. That still works with it, but it depends on what kind of mood you're in. So if you want to watch something that's more dreary or something that's kind of more 80s, I guess. Overall, good film, nice remaster. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to my earliest release from Criterion, one that I surprised my parents with when I said the other week, I'm going to watch Joan of Arc. And they're like, oh, the one from the 60s? I think it's the 60s or the 70s. And I'm like, or maybe the 50s, I don't know, but they're like, you're going to watch that one? I'm like, no, I'm going to watch The Passion of Joan of Arc from 1928. Wow. earliest Criterion release I have. I'm more than certain about that. This is a 2K restoration. It is an 81-minute film with French with, of course, English subtitles. And it's gorgeous. I love that too. You go from that look on her face to that look. It's got a very good special features, beautiful case and everything. 10 out of 10. This one I got recently. This is the Region B version of Philadelphia Story, because my dad really wanted it, and I found out that they had a Criterion version. I was going to get the Region A version, but then I found Region B exists, and of course, so my parents can watch it out in the TV in the theater room, outside of the theater room. They can now watch this 4K restoration, which they did just the other day, and my mum thought it was boring. Only because it's one of those really fast, snappy films. Comes with a nice booklet as well. Gorgeous remaster, but it's one of those fast-speaking films that, like, a lot of the humor comes from the dialogue, and you have to be really paying attention for that. Like, it's not a film that you can have on in the background and enjoy for its stupid comedy. It's the kind of film that you have to sit down, no distractions, and watch it. And I did that, and it was great, and I loved it. It's a very funny film, very well done, totally worth it. All right, this is my. I was about to say, this is my biggest box set from Criterion. Oh, wait till the end of the video, kids. This is Picnic at Hanging Rock. I bought this for one big reason, because I needed to get the Blu-ray, because I thought I needed the Blu-ray to do a video essay, which I have on my channel, video essay about, I think it's this mystery in the Australian landscape, and I focus on this film as my main example, because I did it for uni. It's very thick, because, of course, slipcover, nicely done. It comes with, arguably, this is the biggest booklet that I've gotten from any Criterion, but it doesn't really count because it's the novel. And it's huge, of course, because I didn't break anything. Because it's literally the novel. It comes with the novel. It's like, what the hell? But then the case as it is, I got to take out the little booklet. I'll take that out first. I'll show that in a second. So, very nice. Wow, I just realized that was a mirror. That's so cool. See, even I still get surprised by the stuff I found. I have opened this before, I promise. This comes with the DVD and the Blu-ray of the film. I don't know if I've watched the Blu-ray remaster yet. I think it's the extended edition. I'm very certain it is, because I had the DVD already, which was already a nice box set, which came with the extended edition. I'm very sure it was the extended edition. We watched it in class, and it wasn't the extended edition, but then I got this, and this DVD I was actually able to load onto my computer and kind of burn it off so I could do my video essay, which was really nice. Comes with 2 DVDs, I believe, and the Blu-ray. It is a gorgeous remaster. Can I just check the background details just to make sure? So what does it say? High definition transfer supervised by the director Peter Weir. I'm very sure there is 2 editions of the length of the film, the theatrical and the extended length. I can't really remember. I'm very sure there is. But either way, I'm very sure the Criterion is the extended version. I don't know. I can't remember. But it does come with this booklet that, if I flick through to the right page... Oh, there it is. You might notice some black texture. That would be John Jarrett's autograph. This is the character who plays his sister in the film. His character is not actually shown in any image. He's like the best friend of this dude, the more Aussie bloke version of it, because that is, of course, John Jarrett, who is in this film, who I ended up meeting. And I think I was at, like, Supernova, maybe? He goes to a lot of those because he's, of course, an Australian actor. He advertises, like, not advertises, but, like, gets... sells the films that he's been in, whatever, when he's there, because why not? I mean, he's kind of a beloved Australian actor, been in a lot of great horrors, like that Wolf Creek one, and he was, like, doing, there for, like, the release of Boar, or whatever it was called, and so I got him to sign the inside of that, which was really cool. I didn't tell him, which is kind of I kind of got criticized by that by my friends, but I didn't say this to him, that I was actually one of the extras in the TV show re-release thing that they did, because they did a 2016 2016, 2017, 2017. That came in 2018. They did a TV show with Natalie Dormer of it, and it was really boring. And I was in it, and I wasn't, because the way that they edited the scene was just really stupid. I have a video on it that it's about me being in a TV show. I don't know if legally if I'm allowed to talk about it, but at the same time, the show's been out for long enough, and it also sucks. To the point that I watched the first 2 episodes and then just stopped watching it, because after my scene had showed up and the scene I was in, and then how it's edited to the point that you can't even see me, which isn't exactly my big deal. I was an extra, it doesn't matter. Hell, I still got paid, but like, it's just really a poor execution of a TV show. I feel like it could have been better, but I never bothered to watch it, the rest of it. Next up, we have Rosemary's Baby. This one I love is the theatrical cover with the, of course, Criterion emblem in the distance. This is a gorgeous film. I'm not going to talk about the director and stuff because nobody needs to worry about that, because we're talking about the film. Sometimes you can separate those two things. 1968, 138 minutes. 136 minutes. I need to rewatch this for my 100 movie poster, which really annoys me. But it comes with a nice booklet as well. It's a very dark film, but very well made, and highly recommend, especially the Criterion. It's gorgeous. Next up, we have The Seventh Seal, which is another old one, 1957. This is a just digital restoration, 97 minutes long, filmed by Ingmar Bergman. I've heard that he has a lot more really kooky dooky films, but I'd heard of this one most popularly because, of course, the character of Death is presented in it, and I really want to see it. And it's different to what I expected, but I still really liked what the end product was. I don't think the cover is as spectacular as it could be, but at the same time, it's still a good film and a good remaster. Next up, we have... I'm totally not wearing a different t-shirt because this is filmed on a different day. Solaris. This is another Tarkovsky film. This is now my second one. And luckily, look at that. That means it's region B. This is the space one he did, so it's the same kind of deal. You have a booklet, which is new, so it smells like plastic but cardboard at the same time. Of course, I have not watched it yet, as it is 166 minutes, but I am sure to get around to it soon, because I quite like Stalker, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So here is my first Tarkovsky film. It is Region B. Thank God damn hell it is Region B. It's a 2K restoration of Stalker. 161 minutes. This, of course, is one of Tarkovsky's, probably his most famous film, next to Solaris, which will be in either before or after this. But given that this is probably his final film, maybe before. Comes with a booklet thingy, which is nice. It's a very interesting film. I like it. It's one of those kind of films that I really like, that's just like, it's a meditation almost. Very quiet, very long, very slow paced. Somehow I managed to watch the whole entire thing in one go, and then immediately left and couldn't stop thinking about it for like a week. It's gorgeous. Incredible film. Definitely suggest the Criterion of it. Things to come. Please tell me that was in the frame. Yes, it was. Haha, look. This is one of those H.G. Wells films. Also has Broken Part, which is great. I love when that happens. 10 out of 10. Greatest cases in the world. This is a 1936 film. It was my oldest film until I got The Passion of Joan of Arc. And guess what? I haven't watched it yet. But look at that cover. Look at that. That's so cool. So orange and stuff. It is a broken case. I will emphasize that now. It is a broken case. But at the same time, it has a nice booklet to it. Nice backing. Yeah, it's unfortunately damaged, but, you know, shit happens. I'm very sure this was the one that got damaged, but I'm like, if it's a film that I got it mostly because it was a H.G. Wells one, based on a H.G. Wells novel, or short story, whatever. But I'd also like to see it because I like those kind of futurism type movies like Metropolis, but I also like old-fashioned horror films, which we'll get to very shortly, but much like Carnival of Souls, I don't know, I really like old horror and old, like, futuristic, like, utopian films. They're really cool. So this is the one that had the cover change. Oh, wow, it's Region B. Awesome. I didn't realize that. What? That's right. It's the Tree of Life. Don't play B for me, I haven't seen it yet. 4K remaster. It is 139 minutes long, so it's shy of, it's about 2.5 hours. Gorgeous case, I like that. Slip case as well. Open this baby up, and you get... That wasn't a pun. I've seen the baby things. It's not a pun, I promise. It comes with 2 discs, the theatrical and extended version. I don't have beef, I promise. It's just, it gets annoying when you get the theatrical and extended version and I go to watch it and I have to research what version I want to watch. Has this nicely designed booklet. I believe it is a very visually stunning film, which I thank God we have the 4K presented, of course, by Criterion. It is a Terrence Malick film, probably he's maybe most famous one. I also have... I don't have any more of his except for that one that had Christian Bale in it, where he's an actor and stuff. It's really weird. Knight of Cups, I believe it's called. I'm yet to get like the Thin Red Line and other stuff like that. But yeah, it's nice. I like the cover and stuff. I plan to watch it soon. Just sometimes you need the mood for it, you know. I mean, it is a Terrence Malick film, so, of course, you need the mood because it is Terrence Malick. You can't really go into a Terrence Malick film if you've had a really shitty day at work or you're tired. It's a long, slow film. You need the mood. Talking about mood, this is a 2K restoration of The Uninvited. I was looking for something like The Haunting of Hill House, and so I got The Haunting, the 1963 version, which is really good. I thought this would be something similar. It more or less is. This isn't what the... There's like a film called The Uninvited that came out like recently, like in 2009 or something. Or maybe it's like Let the Right One In or something like that. I don't know. They have the same name, they're completely different films. One's about a vampire, this one's a ghost story. I love that cover. It is so creepy. And I got this I got it this year. I got this maybe a month or two ago. Comes with a nice booklet as well. It's one of those cool, like, old-timey horror films that, like, shows up these really cool lighting effects and stuff. And it's just like, whoa, look at that. It's cool stuff. I think it's really fun. I think this and The Haunting are 2 really good old-fashioned ghost story horror films that, like, really utilize light and sound. And it's just, wow, it's good stuff. I love it. This is one of my favorite new ones as well. This is Videodrome. So of course, creepy ass cover. I was going to get the Arrow video version, but then I really thank God I got this because you open it up. What? It's a VHS. What? Why is it a VHS that says Videodrome on it? It's a Videodrome, yeah, Videodrome. Sometimes I confuse it with Videodrome, which doesn't make any sense. I haven't seen it yet, because I've been waiting for a day where the parents are not in the house, because I've heard this has some kind of, like, a lot of sexualized imagery and stuff. So, big booklet, very nice case and everything and design. Yeah, so it's high definition transfer of the unrated version approved by the director. I don't think this one came with an director-approved sticker. It may have, but I don't know. I'm very keen to watch this though, but of course, it's not like it's one of those films that you just particularly put on because, I mean, it's still a Cronenberg film, you know? So I hope to watch it in the isolation of my theater room without anyone walking in during a fucking weird-ass scene. You know, that kind of, like, paradox thing? It's like, you're watching a film that has all these nice moments, and then there's this one creepy or weird or sex scene or something where you're someone who you're living with, maybe it's your parents, who just suddenly walk in and they're like, what the fuck are you watching? I'm like, it was fine until you came in. I don't want that to happen. Anyway, next up we have the 4K restoration of The Virgin Suicides. This is a gorgeous film, gorgeous remaster. A little damage on the booklet, which is sad, but overall, very nice, and I can't get it out. That's alright. You can, if I can push this out anyway. Has this nice, has the writing in the clouds of Virgin Suicides. Gorgeous film. I really like Sofia Coppola's work, especially the one that she did with Johansson and Bill Murray in Tokyo. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. I watched it recently on Foxtel. No, Netflix. Lost in Translation. I love that film. I wish there was I think there isn't a Criterion of it, but there should be. This is one that has a recent Criterion, which is really messy and goes for 422 minutes. It's a film. That's right, it's War and Peace. The 7-hour-long fucking Russian movie adapted of the goddamn book. It's 2K restoration. Holy shit, why the hell did I buy this? I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. It's a beautiful cover. Comes with, of course, 2 discs because, I mean, like, it is 7 hours long. Comes with a little booklet kind of poster thing as well, which is nice. It's 7 hours long. I'm not watching this for my 500th movie, that's for sure. I would love to watch it in my 500 movie collection, but it's like, dude, I could watch like 3 movies in that time and get this thing done so much quicker. So it comes with a big poster, which looks really nice. Hopefully that looks good enough on the video. It doesn't. I'm sorry. With a big essay on the back. I don't know really why I got this outside of. It kind of just seemed like a fun idea to be like, I have a 7-hour-long film. I already called Twin Peaks: The Return an 18-hour-long film, so that's like, but it was released as a miniseries, and it's a sequel to the 3rd season in a TV series, but I still count it as a film. This is an actual film. I don't know, I think it's kind of nice to know that Russia was like, saw the Audrey Hepburn one, and that's like 2-hour-long film, and they're like, fuck you, America, we're gonna make our own version, and the director was given as much money as he needed, and he made the 7-hour version. I think it was still actually successful, to the point that I read a review of someone saying that they watched it in 4 intervals. Every single night they watched it at one theater in 2-hour slots. Imagine that. Imagine watching it in one whole go. It's fucked. It's like watching the Lord of the Rings extended trilogy in one go. That's longer, but still, it's fucked. And lucky last, for now, until we get to our special one that comes right after this. Hoi, hey, hoi, hey. There might be other 2. Depends on how this is edited. But this is my last in my alphabetical list. Yee. Fuck, I hope that's how it's pronounced. It's also known as 1 and 2. A 1 and a 2. I think it's like a musical thing. I haven't seen it yet. It's almost 3 hours long. It's 173 minutes. This is a high definition restoration. It comes with a booklet that has all this detail and stuff. Filmed by Edward Yang. I also found out that this is like, that there is a Region B version, so that annoys me, but at the same time, I don't mind, because I don't know, I heard this film was really good, and it's one of those ones where you're on Letterboxd and it's someone's favorite film, and they're like, oh my god, this film is terrific, you have to see it. And so I bought it, and I'm yet to watch it, but I will soon. So I got those extra 2, Solaris and that Rushmore one. What else am I missing? What just came in today? What? Ah, there you are. Hello, sunshine. Blimey. So, of course, lucky last. Godzilla. I'm really proud to own this. I mean, it's not like it's rare or anything, but like... Damn, this is 15 movies. It's got a whole backing to it as well. Oh, and guess what? My favorite thing? If you look right there, it says Region... Oh, let it focus. Region B, baby. Region B. And I can say, because I literally got this today that I'm filming this extra last clip, the final clip, I've just watched Godzilla, the original, and King Kong vs. Godzilla. I will note, I watched the Japanese version of both of these films, not the American, which the Japanese version of King Kong vs. Godzilla was actually on a supplementary disc, which is kind of annoying, but it's because the King Kong vs. Godzilla American version is with Godzilla Raids Again. So, nevertheless, I watched it, and they're great. So, yes, this has been my Criterion collection. I will go into this in further detail in the next video, I promise. I'm going to dedicate a whole entire video to it, because why the hell not? And because I film myself unboxing it. You can see how happy I am when I unbox it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I bet it's been long. I hope Pierre, my editor, has cut it down a lot. I've added the extra little clips with the Rushmore and Solaris, yeah, and this, so if they've been awkwardly cut in, I apologize. If not, they've just been put in the back and here. Either way, feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more if you want to see more collection videos. We have Steelbook actually, Slipcase, Director's Collection, box set, 4K, 4K remasters, which, not the 4K UHD, and I think we've got Eureka Cinema coming out, and Arrow Cinema coming out soon. Arrow Cinema will be a two-parter, because I have over 40, and I just had an extra lot come in, so I will film my second video of those very soon. So they'll come in very soon. I believe it's 2020 now, so this might be the first video of the year. Happy New Year. Look forward to big things on this channel. I don't really know. I've got 6 whole months to do stuff until my last class of uni, so, because I have one class in winter break, so I might do a video update explaining maybe what might happen this year. I don't know yet. Either way, hit that like and that subscribe, because more of this stuff is coming. Of course, the playlist is on the side of the screen here, and probably the Steelcase video. Don't know yet. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have any recommendations for Criterions to pick up, please comment down below. I am wholeheartedly big on collecting Criterion. Also, coming soon, my 500 films of 2019, because I watched over 500 films in 2019, so that's coming out soon as well. Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time. Adios. Rawr.